everyone, welcome to Pickleball and Beyond. My name's Ryan.
My name is Vino.
And today we are looking at the Honolulu Pickleball Company's Sword and Shield J1H, which we are calling Thor's Hammer. So Vino, let's hear your thoughts on the J1H and some of the differences between the J1.
So another great paddle, and we'll go into specs and performance down the road from Honolulu Pickleball. We did the review on their J1 and J5, so go check that. So this would be an upgrade to that. As far as specs goes, everything is the same. It's identical to the J1. Apart from the surface. But that has made a big difference in how it plays, and we have done a lot of testing between both of the. But again, to sum up, great paddle, overall well constructed, very hardy, very premium on the look and the feel of it. I like the grip. We have really enjoyed the grip. It's a fully thermoform paddle. The big difference is this proprietary surface. You can go and check out what exactly those materials and stuff like that are online, but it definitely plays different.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and categorize it. How would you categorize this paddle?
Certainly, I mean, if this was the hammer and this is Thor's hammer, right?
Yes.
That means this is absolutely a power paddle.
Yes.
I mean, let's just jump straight into it. The amount of power this got when I was doing like a full swing from the baseline, I was scoring so many points, it was ridiculous. I felt, I felt like I could play like a banger and just keep winning points.
Yes.
Like I seriously felt like I was gonna hurt somebody. I think you did hurt somebody.
Yes.
I mean, the ball just absolutely flies.
It rips, and like you can go look at John Q's numbers, and a few other people's numbers out there. They've done good testing on it. Apart from the EV paddles, apparently, this is the next hardest hitting paddle. It's right up there. So only the EV paddles beat them, and I think just the gearbox as well. And I have played with the gearbox, and I prefer this 100 times more. One, because it hits hard. And we hit a few and we like the control as well of it, right? I mean, you can, yes. So how do you like the drops behind? Okay, I mean, the power is phenomenal. I don't think we need to dwell too much on that. The drives were phenomenal. The pop was pretty good. So yes, when you're staying back, I think what categorizes this is when you try to play your drops as well, you're still able to get that. So let's talk a little bit on how those two functionalities work.
Yeah, I mean, considering how hard this hits, right? There's absolutely no way this is going to be like the #1 control paddle in the world. But you and I were just both stunned by how much it did offer. Like it offered more control than like your typical, like there's tons of 16mm paddles out there, but it still offered so much, like I said before, considering just how hard it hits. I was blown away by it. Again, I play with the Ace Spade. I mean, that has so much more control than this. So there's definitely paddles that offer a lot more, but it still offers a lot. It's just only the really fast-paced balls. It feels like you're definitely missing out compared to a couple other paddles, but it's still, fairly impressive.
And again, I think we have touched on this on a couple of paddles. When a paddle is well balanced, it doesn't feel heavy. This comes at 8.5.
With the guard.
With the guard.
This is a removable guard.
Yes. And that reduces it. But it doesn't feel that heavy on your hand.
No, it feels like, if I were to guess blindly, I'd guess like 8 flat or maybe even a little lower.
Yes.
And I think that's what generates so much power is, again, that weight is just perfectly distributed. Better than almost any other paddle example I can think of. I do not feel like I would not get tired using this, and that I think I'd get tired if someone told me you're playing with a paddle that weighs 8.5 ounces. I'd be like, no, my arm can't take that.
You're absolutely right. And even the twist weight is very forgiving on this. It comes on the 6.5, so it is fairly forgiving. And I don't know, is it because of the cutout and how it's distributed? That is science that needs further testing, but it definitely plays different. You're dinking.
Hitting dinks with this, again, it feels great. It's awesome. I just couldn't even believe how much. It had some dwell to it, which is what I'm always looking for. And if you were putting backspin at all on your dinks, or even topspin, I mean, oh my goodness, it made dinking phenomenal.
And then if you need to power up,
Yep.
or if you want to speed up, my goodness, it
you want to
supported
speed
you
up,
so well.
I remember I hit some speed ups and you were just catching
yeah.
them, and you're just like, I've never, like,
Yes.
usually you don't hurt my hand hitting just a speed up.
No, it really comes very hot.
Yeah.
So that's what's really nice. Like you can really dink and place it, and then if you want to speed up, it just comes hot. And I mean, we have tested a large number of paddles, and I don't think I have, like, when I say hurt, like, I mean, it's not terrible, but like a sting.
It leaves a sting on your hand.
Yes, when a paddle hits you. And so, you know, very impressed with how that plays.
Straight into the spin on this thing. So again, the J1, for me, the big differences here are to the J1H.
Yes.
Is, I mean, that extra level of spin is what makes the J1H truly special.
Yes.
Mind you, it certainly hits a little harder than
Yep.
the J1, but then going into the spin, oh my goodness, it's some of the most spin we've seen across the board.
I think in their series, I get a lot of spin on their J5, and I think that's a little bit more to the shape as well.
Yep.
Get a ton of spin on that. Right next there, I would put the J1H. Because you got that dwell as well.
Yeah.
It stayed there. Like if you just slow it down, it cuts and rips.
Yep.
At the same time, you put a little bit, it forces it down the road. So as far as spin goes, again, I would say a little less than, a little bit more than the J1.
Yep, the J1H provided more
yes.
spin certainly, which I'm, you know, is
and the
due to that
surface, it's one of those surfaces you can easily clean.
I was just about to mention that point.
Yes.
Yeah, they've cleaned super well, and it's going to last you a long time, which is super awesome, right? When you're putting that much money into a paddle.
And it's not that expensive on like when you compare the more expensive higher ends, right?
Yep.
It runs about $135. We have a 10% off code. We'll put it, and there are codes out there. So it brings around the $150 mark, which I think is a good value paddle for something that hits like that. Comes with a really great case. As far as cases go, I would say it's one of the more premium cases that I have felt very hardy.
Like, it's thick enough to offer some protection, not just like from scratch.
Exactly. And what I like is, like, we live in Minnesota, right? So it's way colder climate, and the case is really solid, and it really protects that. Finally, adaptability and who it's for.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to play like a hard game, but again, who doesn't want to retain the control as well? I mean, this is awesome, and if you specifically enjoy cutout paddles, even if you don't, this would be a great paddle for you to try out.
And this is a paddle, like, if you want to reduce the weight, you can actually pull that cutout out, and it significantly reduces the swing weight.
Yeah, I think it's 0.4 ounces lighter than.
Exactly. So it reduces the weight, so immediately you feel it way lighter. So aggressive players, people that want to upgrade, I think this is a really great upgrade paddle for intermediate.
I think almost anybody would love this paddle.
Even a beginner will enjoy it if they're willing to put the money into it.
Unless you're looking for, you know, you're a super control-oriented player, it definitely falls short from numerous other control paddles that I don't need to name. But I mean, if you're looking for something in the middle and you're like, oh, I just wish I had more pace on it, this is great. If you already play a hard game and you want to get a little control back going kind of the other direction, and it covers such a wide range, unless you're that like, I'm only going to hit drops every single shot, I don't care how hard I hit it, which, you know, very small number of people. So I think it hits such a wide audience. And I was impressed by the J1, and I can't even believe this J1H.
I don't know how they upgraded it. They have upgraded it.
Like, truly, we were blown away by this paddle.
And we'll actually do one-on-one comparisons, because lots have asked this on our upcoming series. So look forward to that. We enjoyed hitting this paddle. If you want to demo it, please reach out to us. Comment, subscribe. We love hearing from you. Hopefully, see you in another paddle review.